And then, it really hit when I called my mom and I told my mom, and I heard her reaction. Heard my brother, my dad, my aunties, and that's when it hit. And then coming in, just getting it from everybody, hearing everybody say, I can't be great without the greatness of others, and it's showing. I appreciate the DNs, I appreciate the deep tackles, the DB, I appreciate the offense, everybody just being so cool. That's a big moment for me. I love it.
The Eagles organization known from building the trenches, offensive line, defensive line, long line of really good defensive linemen here. How does it feel to just kind of have your name in that hat and building something of your own right?
It's just a beginning. As I say, I'm not perfect at anything I do right now. I still got a lot of stuff to work on. That's just going to come with the years of experience that I gather up while I'm still here playing in the league. And, that's really my answer for that.
What were the things that helped unlock things this year?
You said, huh?
What were the things that helped unlock this year for you?
Unlock just the team. If I ain't had the confidence that I had and the trust in the guys next to me, I wouldn't be able to get where I'm at now. Yes,
Jalen, with Fletcher retiring, did you feel like more pressure to kind of step up into that role this year?
Nah. I knew I got my boys from Georgia. We got my boy Milt having an all-star season. We got everybody really playing good, so I knew that, if we just all on the same page, just all just go click and add up together. If we miss Flex too. Now don't forget we miss Flex, but at the end of the day we got to move on. There's new people that come in and out every day, every week, and all that. So I feel like we've been adjusting.
Did Fletch reach out?
Let me get him.
Sorry, did you hear from him today?
Fletch? Nah, I got a new number. I just changed, so I got to get him my new number. But I'm pretty sure he probably tried to connect with me. Yes, sir.
Jalen, you said it hit you with your mom's reaction. What was her reaction?
She was yelling. She was just loud. Like after I said I couldn't speak no more. I had to be like, hold up, man. I'll call you back, man. She was going crazy. She was loud. I don't know if she was around somebody, but I heard a couple voices in the back, but she was just yelling. Like,
how much do you think Vic and Clint helped you
unlock
this potential?
They helped a lot. Clint is obviously my coach, so I talk to him every day. And then with Coach Vic, I talk to him every week. We have one meeting where I go up there and we either watching my film from the last game or we might be watching Aaron Donald, whoever he has for the weekend. That's helped me throughout the week. Wherever I'm watching, for example, we watched Aaron Donald one week. He said, yo, look at Aaron Donald's hands. Look how low he is. Look at his feet nonstop. Stuff like that I take in and take knowledge and bring it into the week that we have and keep it in me, whatever. Do it.
What kind of?
Go ahead.
What kind of case do you feel that you've made for a Defensive Player of the Year?
Oh no, I don't know about all that. I'm still playing right now. I ain't worried about that. I'm still trying to get that bowl, that Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, cool, Defensive Player of the Year, all that cool. But at the end of the day, the goal is to get a Super Bowl.
When you see the kind of the company you keep now, you're there with Dexter Lawrence, with Vita Vea.
Yeah.
Does that hit you when you see those names there?
Oh yeah, because I talked to Vita Vea. I talked to him before we played them, and I talked to Dexter after we played them, and they gave me a little bit of knowledge and stuff like that. Told me to keep going, and that's all motivating to me. And then just for me, my name to be up there with them guys, and I've been watching them before I got in the league. It's just awesome.
With Vic showing you Aaron Donald, another guy who, he did it every year.
Yeah.
Like all of that, just consistency throughout his career. What through this season, the amount of snaps you've played and the level of play you've had, what have you learned about kind of longevity in the career, how you can kind of keep that up throughout the rest?
No, I learned that, really like getting in the training room is really like very important. I've been in there the most I ever been in my entire career of football, and it helped me a lot. I'm feeling fresh right now and everything. Like I can go play this week, if it was part of the scheme or whatever. But just getting in that training room. I was big on training room good. I feel good and all that, but it really be the little nicks that really catch up to you later on.
Speaking of this week, a little different. Obviously, you're not as starting out going to be good. How does that change? A little unique. So what does this week look like?
But no, it's still the same. We out there, we do our little thing, run around. They might have something different from us. This is my first time missing a game late in this season, so this is my first time going through it. So I don't really know what the process was last year or the year before that. But right now I'm doing what they telling me, and right now it's still part of still connected. It's not like we're not part of the team no more. That oh, since they playing, we just lead them along. Nah, we still connecting with them. You saw we was doing the individual drills. We still part of the team. We still making sure that everybody still got a straight on head, and we still try to go out there and get that win.
How much tunnel vision do you guys have versus the aspect of you guys looking at that Washington game and that Green Bay game to kind of figure out what's down the line?
Oh yeah, no, we're not worried about that. We still got this game right here. We worry about what's ahead of us and what the next game is, and that's the Giants. You know, at the end of the day, the Giants might not be going to playoffs and et cetera like that, but they still trying to get a dub at the end of the season. It still feels good to have a win on the record. So I know they coming out to play their hardest. And we gonna have even though we ain't got the starters playing, we still got everybody else back, and we go make sure they go out there prepared and ready to play.
Jalen, what's led to all the batted passes this year for you?
I think that's when I played offense in high school. You know, I was used to running routes, a little drags down the middle and stuff, and catching the ball. So usually when I'm rushing and I see it's not going to be a rush where I could, unfortunately get a sack or something, I could read the quarterback eyes and I could tell where somebody's coming behind me. And I get my hand up for it.
Is that coached into you, or is that just?
Oh yeah, it's coached, and I feel like it's part of me a little bit. And like I said, I play offense, so I'm running around. I know certain routes that's ran and stuff like that, but most of it is coaching, and most of it is skill and luck and stuff like that.
I don't know how the voting process really works, but it's always tough to get one, especially your first one. So I'm pretty excited about it.
So a lot of your teammates. Were you surprised at all? I mean, just considering it's your first full year as a starter and everything?
I feel like I played well enough to get it, so you just never know. It's a lot of guys that play well enough to get it and don't get it, Jordan.
So you felt Jordan was snubbed?
Yeah.
A lot of your teammates on the line talked about, Jordan specifically, how going into the transition this year after Kelsey retired, how they kind of took it like how, people are forgetting that Cam's coming up and that, things can stay at the standard. To do this now, do you feel like that proved anything that you wanted to show, or how do you?
I'm not really trying to prove anything or show anything. I'm just trying to be myself and play up to my standard and get better every day. And I feel like I did a good job this year of doing that and just getting better each and every game. And that's what I was setting out to do. I feel like before the season started, it was like every day I was getting questioned what it was like to take over for Kelsey, this and that, and it's just like every single day, same question over and over from you guys. And then the season started, and I feel like I was playing good, and I didn't get a single question about that until just now. So, yeah, I think I feel like I did good my first year. There's still room to improve and do a lot better, but I'm happy.
When you look back at that, what do you think allowed you to not let that pressure bother you at all?
Just try to listen to my coaches, players, and everybody around me in this building, and not listen to outside noise. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to step in my own shoes and do everything I can in my own power, and not try to replace somebody or do what somebody else did. I'm just trying to do what I'm doing.
Did he text you yet today? Jason?
I talked to him the other day when he was in there lunch or something.
You haven't heard from him yet since the roster was announced then, right?
I let him know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You let him know?
Yeah.
With a text or what?
No, I just told him in person.
Okay.
He was happy for me. Yeah. He was happy.
At what point this year did you think you were playing at a Pro Bowl level? Like did you feel you were at that level?
I don't think anybody really – some people probably do, but – I don't think I ever set out and be like, man, I feel like I'm playing at a Pro Bowl level, playing at an All-Pro level. I just feel like I'm doing good. I feel like I'm doing better than I did the last game. And, it's just kind of what I was trying to do this year.
So where do you set your own standard?
I feel like my own standard is just be better today than I was yesterday. It's hard to really put measurements up for O-linemen. It's tough. If you ask somebody, they'll say he's doing great. If you ask another person, they'll say he sucks. If you ask PFF, they'll say they all suck or somebody sucks. It's just – oh, yeah, exactly. I agree on that. There's certain grades that are correct and certain grades aren't correct. And it's like some guys, are Pro Bowlers, and some guys I feel like should be Pro Bowlers. So it is tough, But, yeah, I feel like, watching just game film of other centers around the league, I feel like I was right up there with everybody or better than everybody, and I feel like, my play shows it.
Pro Bowl means to you after a new team, new position, new scheme, new everything?
Yeah, I did. Obviously a huge honor, something that you think about, and honestly something that was in my contract when I signed here, and I just kind of laughed at the fact that incentive was in my contract because I didn't think that was necessarily a goal of mine. Obviously it's a goal of mine, but I didn't think I could reach it at this point in my career. But to be able to be voted by fans, players around the league, and coaches, it really means a lot to me and a lot to the guys on this defense. It just shows that what this defense is and the type of guys we have.
If that was something that you were laughing at the time, what was your expectation for yourself whenever you did come?
I just wanted to contribute. Honestly, that's the type of player I am. No matter where I'm at in my career or where I'm at physically, what team I'm on, I just want to contribute and be a part of a team. And yeah.
Who's the first person you told once you found out?
My wife when I got home, and my agent had already told her, and she was trying to think of a way to surprise me, but the secret was out.
What was your reaction? Was this something that you were expecting? Because it was obvious you were playing at an extraordinarily high level. Was this something that you thought was going to happen?
I thought I was playing myself to that position, and obviously you just work and hope that's going to be the outcome, but never really expect it.
It would have been a surprise if he didn't get it.
But obviously having a name in the league, and that goes a long way, so you never truly know.
When did this become a realistic thing that you thought about? Like, at what point during the season, hey, I could maybe get a Pro Bowl?
It wasn't honestly. It wasn't really a thing I thought about until people were commenting under my Instagram photos. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm at that level, but you never really know. I just kept working and was hoping that I'd be recognized for the work I put in.
With your journey in the NFL, what affirmation does it give you?
That I belong here. That the things I can do on the field are capable of recognition in this league. That's pretty cool.
What's it do for your career?
I don't really know. I don't know. I've never been a Pro Bowler before. I've been around them. I don't really know, honestly. It's just another thing, and like a lot of guys say, it's just another award at this moment of where we're at as a team, and we have a lot more to look forward to.
You're on a one-year deal, and you're playing at this high of a level. How do you stay focused to not think about what could come this offseason for you because of the way you're playing?
I think the connection in this locker room kind of really draws my attention away from the future that might be for me, and just taking things one game at a time and really soaking this experience in, and just taking things one game at a time, one practice at a time. Honestly, that's what I've been doing this whole time.
So
don't really think about it.
Pro Bowl clauses on your next contract?
I hope so. I don't know. We'll see.
I know the respect you have for Fred Warner. When you see the list and it says Fred Warner, Zack Baun, does that register with you?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. A guy that I watch a lot of, and respect the heck out of that guy and what he's been able to do, and to see my name right next to his is pretty sweet.
It's a unique week for you guys. A lot of the starters won't be playing this week. What's just been the approach this week heading into Sunday?
Yeah, obviously getting the rest on our body, preparing like we're going to play in this game here, and that's what a lot of guys are doing, and not taking this lightly and really using this week to our advantage.
If Vic wasn't here and he didn't look at that film of you from last year, I mean, everything could be so different. Who knows where you'd be or what position you'd be playing. I mean, it's, fortune's a funny thing, and it all worked out. You ever think it's just about how unlikely kind of the whole sequence of events is?
Yeah, I'm really thankful for a lot of guys in this building. Obviously Vic, Howie, N'Kobe, all my teammates, the big guys up front, Coach Bobby King, my wife, my child. I mean, there's so many people to thank. It wasn't just me that did this for myself. It was a lot of people around me. And I actually had a funny conversation with Vic the other day when he found out that I was nominated for this award. And he said, remember in the spring when you asked me when am I getting outside linebacker reps, and he just we had a good laugh about that because I think he knew all along that inside was where I belong.
When you see that Van Ginkel's going too, what does it say for players of your type, like the versatile linebackers who are trying to find their spot?
Yeah, I happy for that guy in the season he's had. I mean, I've seen him work, and I'm really happy for him. But the tweener type, or the too small to be an edge, too big to be inside, it's kind of it's only what you make of it. If you think an outside guy can't play inside linebacker, he never will be able to, you know. But if you put in the effort and time to work with a guy, the attributes are there at either position.
You've had a year next to Nakobe. Could you see him, as he goes on in the league, getting this honor in a year or two?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I thought he could have possibly gotten it this year. I mean, the way that guy's been playing this year, and the way he's gotten better over the season is incredible, and I'm really excited for his future.
One of the top things Eagles fans worry about sometimes is, you are a free agent this offseason. I know it's a big picture question, but is it as simple as, like, you love it here, you're playing great football, and you want to come back next season if it all works out?
Yeah, I mean, if it all works out, and obviously that's things that are out of my control and in the hands of people above me, but I love it here. I love the guys in this locker room. I love the organization. I hope it all works out.
Thank you. Where do we begin? How disappointing is it not to get named to the Pro Bowl after the year?
Man, that's out of my control, Rube. I can't control that. But I will say this, it's not something that I prioritized or look forward to. I mean, you guys know that. And another thing is, man, I know when I look back from where I was last year to where I am this year, I know I'm on the right path. I'm on the right path. So, I think our big mantra here has always been control what you can control. Can't control that. So it is what it is.
What's it mean to you when you talk to Land? We talked to Landon, he's upset you didn't make it. Cam is upset you didn't make it. What's it just mean to have your teammates feel that way?
Oh, man, we're brothers, man. They feel for me. I'm just like, I don't want your pity. It's all good. It's all good. So it is what it is, guys.
You use it as motivation for next year?
I already have plenty of motivation. I don't need that as extra motivation. I have plenty.
We spent a lot of
those guys.
Hell yeah. I was pumped for ZB. ZB made it. I was going to run through a wall. And then I heard Cam made it. I was like, I'm not shocked there. I'm really not shocked there with Cam. So I'm happy for those guys, man. But we got bigger goals.
We spent so much of the offseason talking about how Cam was replacing Jason. And are you, to watch him do what he's done this year and make the Pro Bowl, are you proud of him in that way?
I was proud of him before that. Well, I mean, Cam and I have our own chats in the back of the classroom. We have our own chats. I told him, man, you've done well just creating your own shoes to fill. It is hard, man. I've been in that position. When JP left us and, I became starter, the whole question that year was, is he going to fill JP's shoes? And I think from my experience, just seeing Cam work and the way he goes about working, I was proud of him, and I let him know. So it didn't take a Pro Bowl for me to acknowledge how proud I was. Like, we've already had these conversations.
Part of the Pro Bowl is
what does Stout say? Same thing I'm saying. And, Stout understands my thought process. Like, these are things that we can't control, and he reiterated everything I just said.
There was no anger in him because you were.
You should ask Stout that.
What's that?
Ask Stout. If you see him on the flyby, just ask him.
Well, I got a good answer.
You got a great answer.
Was this your best? Was this your best year, and why?
Year's not over, Rube, so ask me at the end of the season. So far? There's a lot of game left, man. There's a lot of game left, and I don't like to look ahead, man. That's jinxing.
You guys have bigger significance.
It's a tough conference. Tristan Wirfs, Penny Sewell.
It is.
Only three make it. Do you think that there should be more offensive tackles that get in considering the position? And B, how do you look at that considering the conference?
If there'd be more offensive tackles going in, what are we going to do? It's not like we're playing a game. It's not like we're out there on the flag portion. Like, what are we going to do if there's more offensive linemen? More tug of war? That'd be great. Honestly, I love it. Trust me, I love obstacle courses. I'm a big kid. But let's be real. Like, if there were more tackles, what is the point? Let the skill positions have that. They can have all the fun.
How do you kind of view the conference overall? How do you view the conference overall?
It's tough. It is tough. And being a kid from Australia, I get it.
You mentioned you guys have bigger goals. Obviously, it's a unique week where a lot of the starters aren't going to be playing. Still have, all your goals right in front of you. How do you guys approach this week?
The same. You got it's actually a great week for us to just take a breath, take a step back, help out where we can with the guys who are playing this week, but also for us to just look back and see how our process is going. What can we change, or what we don't have to change, what's working for us, what's not working. It's a great time to do that and make the necessary changes before we move on.
Speaking of the guys not playing, obviously Saquon had a chance to break the record this week. You said you were going to talk to Nick about it. Yeah. Did you talk to him, and just what do you think of the decision?
It's tough conversations. Those tough conversations to have. Talk to Nick, talk to Shay, talk to Lyman, and I think Nick made the best decision in terms of our goals as a team. It sucks, but again, that is the hat that Nick wears, that he has to make that call, and as players we have to respect that call. You can have all the conversations you want, but at the end of the day, that's Nick's decision, and we have to respect that. That's just the bottom line.
Part of what Pro Bowl does is give recognition. You talked about the offensive linemen, how they support you. What ways beyond this team do you feel like there's recognition for the way you're playing?
I don't seek recognition. I get that from my coach and from my brothers in the room. That's the only recognition. Anything else after that, I don't really listen to. Maybe that's part of the success, but I think that's just how Coach Stout has molded me. That's how Jason Kelsey was that way. He never saw, or how do you even seek? He never sought out recognition from anyone else but his coach and his brothers that he plays with. So that's just the same mindset that I have, just from being in the same room with him, playing alongside him. I think that's almost got me there. So yeah.
You said earlier on moments ago that you don't need this for extra motivation. What is it that drives your motivation?
I have plenty, man. I want my own Super Bowl. I love when fans are like, go get us a ring, man. I'm trying to win this for myself first, respectfully. I respectfully, I am representing the city. I know how much it means to the city, but I want my own ring. So that's why, plenty of motivation, man. I'm trying to, being a kid that's not from America, trying to create history. So, I got bigger goals, man. I got bigger goals and enough motivation to fuel this engine, man. So.
All right. And a point earlier in Lane's career, this is something that really bothered him. He once drove to the facility 5 a.m. after he didn't get in. What perspective do you have on kind of how that recognition comes as your career evolves? That maybe year 8, 10, 12 could be different.
Like I said, if the recognition comes from outside this building, that's I'm not going to ignore it. I just said, I don't seek it. I don't look for it. The only validation and recognition I need is from my coach and the guys I play with, because I couldn't give a damn if Joe Smo thinks I'm top A outside this building if the guy next to me doesn't trust me. That's bad ball. So that's the only recognition I seek, man. And Lane and I have had our chats. Lane always comes to me and he's like, same thing happened to me, brother. Just keep grinding. I'm like, Lane, I'm good. I'm telling you, man, I'm good. Don't worry about me. I got enough fuel in this engine. I have enough drive. We're going to be just fine.
They told me to be out there. I'm getting reps at practice, and I'm taking the most every opportunity I can to, just get my game back to the level I want it come playoff time.
Getting it back to it and getting back to that level, what things that you haven't been able to get out of mental reps that you feel most needs to happen for you on the field in this practice?
Yeah, the mental part I'm not too worried about. I've been playing this game for a long time. We've had the same coaches for 4 years now, is it? And that part I feel pretty good about, but it's just, the footwork, the top of the routes, just seeing different coverages, making sure you hear the plays, and just keep going through them.
Regardless of whether you suit up this week, how confident are you that you will be activated and moved up to the active roster for wild card?
100%.
How have you felt Grant has done while you've been out?
I think Grant's been doing a really good job. This is kind of the first year where his role has really increased. Last year he got bumped up from the 3 to the 2 when I was out. But he's been able to do things. He's been able to catch the ball. His run blocking just improves each and every week. The more reps you get at that, the better you're going to be. So it's been really good for him. It's been fun to watch him, help him, and just see him develop into a good tight end.